Hi, this is the Business Guy. Here's how to use SPR and PDR to close more sales. That is stimulus, pause, response, and practice, drill, rehearse. Here's the stimulus, pause, response theory. We humans possess an enormously great ability to respond to stimuli. We can receive stimuli, pause to consider what our best response will be, and then respond. In this case, the stimulus is the objection. The pause is you taking time to consider, and then your response is your practiced answer to that objection that comes out in a natural way. So what do you do to master your response to objections? Practice, drill, rehearse, which we'll talk about. In selling, the pause is essential even after you've mastered the response to every stimulus. Responding too quickly to a stimulus, such as an objection, clients may get the feeling that you've answered the question so many times and that you're too slick. Even when you know the answer to an objection right off the top of your head, take a moment to pause. It will make you seem as if you're really considering the best answer. 3 words can make your pauses effective, as we said: practice, drill, rehearse. Average people like to wing it, but champions like to make money and they don't wing it. They prepare intensively. By the way, I prepare intensively to make these videos for you, so if you could kindly return the favor and click the like button so YouTube promotes this video, I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't, you can also click the subscribe button below so that when more videos come out like this one, you'll be up to date right away. Through preparation, including psyching up and confidence building, is the decisive factor in the overwhelming majority of cases. Superior preparation rarely takes defeat. Champions enjoy finding new objections, except when they're with customers. As fast as they find new objections, they develop their best response to them. They practice, drill, rehearse their best response. That's professionalism. That's the type of thinking and action that brings the big money. The theory is simple, but its application is demanding, specialized for every product or service, and in a constant state of evolution. Constant alertness for new objections and for better responses to old objection marks the champion. So when the customer says, "No, I want to think about it," you can say, "Well, obviously you have a reason for saying that, Bill and Mary. Would you mind sharing it with me?" Now, if you've established rapport and build upon that to this point in your presentation, Bill and Mary will tell you what's behind their objection. Then you'll have something to grasp onto in order to keep the sales process on track and moving forward. Suppose the prospect says, "Well, I appreciate you sharing all this information with us, but we're just not ready to make a decision. We're going to think about it. We'll get back to you." Now, this is a stall because it's not a yes or a no. If you're unable to get to the bottom of what's stopping them, you can say this: "Bill and Mary, I appreciate what you're saying. In fact, it could be a nice way of saying no. If so, I'd like to consider those 2 letters, N and O. The way I see it, no is the first 2 letters of the word nothing. Meaning if you say no today, nothing will happen and things will stay pretty much the same. You still have your risk of losing everything you have in a lawsuit or list whatever bad things they're worried about. However, if you say yes to what we're suggesting, all of those things will change for the better. You won't have to worry about losing your home, your cars, your entire life savings. That is, be prepared to do a brief recap of all the benefits you've covered. So based on that truth, which word seems the best for you, yes or no? Then after every closing question, you shut up, no matter how long it takes. Sit in silence until they give you their answer. After a closing question, you'll have the tendency to fill up the uncomfortable silence with chitter-chatter. Just don't do it. After you ask a closing question, you must shut up in silence, no matter how long or how uncomfortable. If the silence goes on for way too long, say 2 or 3 minutes, you can say, "Well, as my old mother said, silence means consent." If you really care about these people, if you really have their best interest in mind, if you really know what you're offering is a good thing for them, like the cancer surgeon insisting on the patient getting the tumor removed quickly before they die, perhaps in this case die financially, an opportunity to buy something they really need at that moment dies. So remember, the SPR is going to come. 95% of sales calls receive an objection. What is your response? That is where PDR comes in. Practice, drill, rehearse, and you'll be a lot happier come payday. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. This is the Business Guy.